How's it going, everybody? This is the Hammer Airsoft Smith, and I have no fucking head. Okay, I'm going to be cleaning the WE Gen 5 Warrior gas blowback M1911A1. This is how I do it. I'm not telling you how to do it. This is just how I do it. First, you're going to want to clear it. We are loaded, so it's a good thing. Take that magazine out. Check the chamber. And it's definitely clear. So we're going to field stripper. Okay. Turn the hop all the way down. I'm not going to get any lubricant back here. You want to keep that dry. Lay that like that, so that way all the lubricant can run out the front. Just doing a simple cleaning. You don't really need or want to get it everywhere. This cleaning ain't all that serious. Take a wire brush. Just kind of loosen up and get rid of whatever debris. Because airsoft or not, you will get stuff to, stuff will build up on here. Get caked up. In here, you probably can't really see, but I'm going for those barrel lugs, or they're also known as mortises. John Moses Browning design pistols, such as the 1911. Those are a key spot you want to pay extra attention to. put the brush aside. We're gonna let that stuff chill. There isn't too much you need to do with the guide rod and spring, and there isn't too much you have to do with the bushing. So now we're gonna get on this barrel. These are real steel patches that I cut down, and this is a real steel cleaning rod. I believe the attachment I'm using is for 22. Again, make sure your hop's all the way down, which it is. Going through the throat, not through the muzzle. I usually twist. Sometimes it wants to fight. Oh, you know what? I'm a jackass and I folded it when I didn't need to. Oops. Oh, well. There we go. Have to be extra gentle because it's a metal rod. I usually go through a few times, depends on how dirty it is. Nothing's really coming off. It's actually pretty clean. We'll pass it through one more time. Can't use this one. This one fell. It's a loser. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Dude. Okay. Alright. Get microfiber. I'm going to wipe everything off. This is what I'm using is actually a lubricant and a cleaner. So it's not going to hurt anything if I leave some of it on. With this, with the slide, you take a corner, push it through the front or the face. Yeah, stick it in the face. And just kind of take your thumb and kind of just move it along those lugs. Again, we don't need to make it real dry or nothing, but it's a thing called bullshit and it's everywhere. Coil guide rod plug. Just kind of banging on it, try and get whatever lubricant out. Again, not real important. That should be the last time I say that. Alright, looking good. Now, I'm gonna lube her up. And for those of you who care, it's some 3-in-1. So what I've been using for the longest time, more 3-in-1, again, for the longest time, never had any issues, so that's what I use. Put some on the mortises, or in between, it doesn't matter, you only need a couple drops. To put a drop on the pin here. I like to put a drop on the back of the slide stop, being how this is a newer slide stop with that groove in there. I like to pour a drop in that groove. Okay. Some on the barrel. The barrel's a little different. Kind of just fucking beat it off, whatever, you know? Why not? What's decency anyway? Okay. Turn the hop back up to the sweet spot. I'm gonna start putting this back together. Oh, this is she's a little too wet. Barrel bushing. It's funny, I didn't even put anything on this. Sometimes it's necessary, but this time around, nah. Not at all. I didn't forget the frame, I'm getting there. Okay. And I'll put a drop right here on the guide rod, and I'll just kind of work it through. You don't want your spring to rust. Well, I don't know. I haven't had one rust yet that I know of. I've noticed. You only need a little bit on the rails. Not too crazy. When you put it on the back of the rails, try and get some of it in where these tabs are. Right here, you got your disconnector on this side. This is like the valve activator reset tab or some shit like that. Airsoft terminology is quite different than real steel. And I like to put a drop or two down inside that hammer section there, so it can just run down, get to where it needs to go down there. You don't need to go crazy. Some of it's in the dust cover, we're gonna wipe that out. And sometimes, depending on how thorough I want to go, I'll put a few drops or whatever, or even take a toothbrush with some lubricant on it, brush down into where the trigger is, and then the back side down in here. to kind of lubricate the mag catch, the trigger bow, the valve activator, the leaf spring, and whatever else. Okay. Wipe her off. And as you wipe this off using a microfiber, you're not only just wiping it off, but you're not wiping it off right away, you're kind of just guiding it throughout the gun to kind of put like a waterproof protection on there. And it actually works very well, because if you shoot in the rain, you can see the water just kind of bead. It doesn't run anywhere. It will blast off upon felt recoil, the impact and whatnot, which is better than it running everywhere. It's a little water anyway. Half of you are thirsty anyway. So there's your fucking water. And sometimes, very rarely, I'll put a little bit of lubricant in where this false firing pin is, just to make sure it moves freely, but that's not necessary. I won't do that for a while. Until I start seeing issues with it, that's actually when I'll start doing that, because otherwise it's not very necessary. Almost done here. Just trying to... I think my microfibers are like dying or something. I might have dried them incorrectly. There you go, man. Cool. Everything seems legit. Now we're gonna function test it. You can flip your safe on with the hammer back. You're gonna depress the grip safety and try to pull the trigger. Now, some may think this is ridiculous because all I did was field trip the gun, really. But you know, precautions. Why the fuck not? Okay. So nothing's happening. That's working fine. Flip the thumb safety down with the hammer cocked. Do not depress the grip safety. Attempt to pull the trigger. Groovy. That is just groovy. Now, safety down, hammer cocked, depress the grip safety. Of course, make sure it's empty before you do any of this. And then pull. Check that reset. Beautiful. Alright. Awesome. Fucking fantabulous. Alright, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. And, peace.